Okay, this is take two. We're going to see if we can get this thing to work this morning. Hello, everybody. Yes, Annie.
So you're in a hurry. Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you. Just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because
it's a beautiful day.
isn't all. So come on, let's play. Forget the rush, you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because
It's a beautiful day.
Come on, let's play.
Good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness, I think I'm gonna have to rename this show. Thank you all for coming back in. Annie, Hope, Isabel, Kathy Hand, Marietta, Pat Moss, Kathleen. Oh, thank you all. That's right, Kathy. If nothing else, I am persistent and we will be on the air. And it's Sunday. Welcome, everybody. The first day of the week, which means we get to hear our Sunday song today. Let's get into an energy of love, peace, joy. So as I'm playing this, just feel that in your heart.
Come to the water where you will find peace. Take a step into the river. Get down on your knees. Come to the mountain while taking in the view. You will find that life is greater than you knew. When you go through the storm, I will hold you, keep you warm. When you stay in the night, I will shelter, I will fight, I will fight. Oh, you're broken and you're shattered at the point of no return. You pick up the pieces and you let the bridges burn. So come to the water, you're sailing with the breeze. Take a step into the river where you will find peace. When you go through the storm, I peace. Take a step into the river and get down on your knees.
That song just really takes us to that place, doesn't it? That place in our heart where we connect in with who we truly are. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Auntie Jean, Catherine Kovacs, good morning. Let's go into our hearts and connect in with that heart-brain coherence. Oh. Deep breath. Feel your energy, peaceful, loving, warm. Focus on something that really brings a smile to your face. Maybe it's just being able to connect in with each other this morning. Maybe it's a warm hug. Just hold that energy for another minute. And we're going to share our I Am stories today. This is Sunday, fresh, new week, new beginnings. What is your heart saying to you? What is your I Am story? I'm grateful for this new day, this new beginning. I'm grateful for every breath I take. I'm grateful for all of you who came in this morning just to say hello to each other, just to be together in this place of love. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for every experience that I have. I am ready for whatever this day brings. And I am ready for whatever this week brings forward. I'm grateful for this now moment right here with all of you. I'm grateful for persistence, that we don't give up, that we never, ever quit. Thank you. Thank you for that. I am love. I am happy. And I am peace. And thank you for being here, all you P's for peace. Oh, Kathy, I know, right? That song just brings out such beauty inside of us and helps us to understand that all we have to do is breathe into our hearts. And we're right there, connected in with our higher self, connected in with each other. What a beautiful thought that that's all it takes. Deirdre, I am in the best place in my life so far. Beautiful. I love seeing you this peaceful. I love seeing you happy, Deirdre. I want that for all of us, for every person on the planet. I want them to feel that feeling when we play that Sunday song that is just peace. I want everybody to feel that. Pat Moss, I'm so grateful. I just love you all. Pat, thank you for being here. I miss you when you don't come in And I think about you all the time, you and your beautiful grandchildren. Mama Hada Bear, Kathleen Caputo. I am healthy, whole, and complete. I am aligned with God, all universes, and all living beings. Beautiful. Kathy Hand, I am grateful and blessed. I am compassionate. I am comfort and joy. I am staying strong and ready so that my son can come home and know he is safe and loved. Beautiful. Good morning, Suzanne. Oh, Annie, that's great. Your son moved back in. That's so awesome. Great things happening. You know, there's two ways of looking at this world. My friend Karen says it can either be a prison or a playground. And I believe that. I believe that we can look at the world and see horrible stuff. And we can. There's a lot of that out there. We can choose, though, if we are going to stay in that vibration, or are we going to look at what's happening that's joyful and uplifting, like all of us coming together right now in this moment. There's good things like this that are happening in the world, and we choose. We choose which eyes we're going to see with. We choose that perspective of, am I safe or am I living in a hostile world? The world I live in is very safe. It's very happy. It's very upbeat and uplifting. And I choose to stay there, not shutting out the fact that, yes, there are other things happening. They are. I have no control over those things. I have no control over anybody else and what they're doing. Only myself. We all do. That's all that any of us can do is to mind our own vibration, stay in our own lane, and then whatever anybody else is doing, that's what they're doing. They may be living in that prison. They're living in that hostile world. And that's okay, because that's their path. That's what they're choosing to live in. I choose love. I choose peace. I choose to keep on keeping on every morning, every moment of the day, no matter what. No matter what it looks like around me, I'm staying in my high vibration. And that's freedom. That is true freedom, when you're not tied down to all of the negative energy, when you're not constantly just wishing for a different world. I wished for change. I really did. Before we were in the lockdown, before we were in the pandemic, before the morning show, my heart was wanting change in the world, not realizing that change had to start inside of me. It had to begin inside before I would see it on the outside. So as I wished for that change and I wrote out every day, I would journal what I wanted to see in the world, how I wanted to see my world. I created it the way I wanted it to be. I created it a world where I got up every morning with gratitude, where I reached out to people to say, I love you, just because, and where I heard back, I love you, just because. There doesn't have to be a reason to love, just that we feel it in our heart and we share it with each other. That's the change. That's the shift that takes place. It's not outside of us at all. There's always going to be something outside. There's always going to be some trauma, some drama. There's always going to be somebody that's creating something for us to pay attention to that distracts us from the real us, from the real purpose for being here. When we start paying attention to all of the bombshells in the world, everything that takes place, and we put all of our focus there, we have no focus for the light. We have nothing left to give because all of our focus is on, oh, that's horrible. Oh, that happened. Look at that. And that's what we keep being pulled away from our real self and our real purpose for being here. I choose to follow my purpose. And that's where I stay. I stay in that vibration. Everything is working perfectly. Thank you, Marietta, for that teaching. And every day I accept where I am in each moment. I accept that whoever is supposed to be in my life will be in my life. Whoever is supposed to be joining on the journey will be joining on the journey. I accept that when somebody says that they're going to do something and they don't, it's okay. It's all right. It's perfectly fine because I'm going to stay in my lane and have no judgment on what other people are doing in their lanes. It's freedom. It's so enlightening, and you lift up when you do that. You don't be burdened down by all the heaviness of trying to fix things and trying to figure out how to make it better. We can't. We can't control anybody other than ourselves. So thank you all for being here, and thank you for being in your lanes this morning and for coming in with joy and coming in and checking in on each other. That's what we do. So check in. And it's also Setting Intention Sunday. So what intention is it that you're going to focus on this week? What do you want to bring to you and manifest in your life? Good morning, Tammy Fisk. Let's see where we at. Isabel, I am breathing into light and emptiness. Yeah, that's beautiful because there's no expectations when we do that. When we just say, whatever's going to happen in this moment is going to happen. I have no attachment to the outcome, just that I'm going to keep on keeping on. I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. I'm going to come back on when Facebook kicks me off. I'm going to just be in my high vibration, no matter what, and just send love. Just send love. That's all we can do. If I sat here and ranted and raved about all of the things that Facebook or any social media is doing, I just stay in the low vibration with them. No. I know that we are more powerful than Facebook. And whenever they kick us off, we're going to come right back on. And we're going to keep on keeping on. Auntie Jean, I am grateful for one more day to enjoy the happiness of life and love and all of you. Me too, Jean. Me too. Every morning when I wake up, it's such a gift. It's a gift to stay in the now, to not have to worry. There is no worry unless we create that worry. We choose our vibration every moment. I choose to be happy right here with all of you. That's my happy place. It's just staying hooked in, plugged in with everyone that comes in here each morning to show love, to show joy, to show happiness to each other. And yes, to share our burdens, share what's going on that we can lift you up if you're ill, if there's something that you're concerned about in your life, a loved one or yourself. We want to know that. We want to know so we can wrap our arms of love around you and help you to come to the very best place you can be in. Kathleen, we do not have to leave this earth to be in heaven. Heaven is our consciousness. Teri, you are right. It is a choice. It is most definitely a choice. We have that free will, and we can make the choices. Make informed choices. This is what I say. Listen to your gut. Listen to your higher self. That's going to come through loud and clear for you. If you're listening to anything else, if you're listening to news, or you're listening to other people running through the streets crying, because whatever is happening reminds me of Paul Revere running through the streets, warning people. Let's listen to the ones that are sharing love, the ones that are saying, you are powerful. This is a day to take your power back. If you've been giving your power away to events of the world, things that are happening and swirling around you, it's time to take it back. It's time for you to make your own decisions, how you want to live your life. I'm living fully every moment. That's my dedication and my commitment to myself and to all of you and to my God. I am not going to be brought down into a low vibration anymore, no matter what. There is always time for love, no matter what. I love this. I love this energy that was brought forth from my friend Karen Palmer. It was a message she heard loud and clear. There's always time for love. If we're spending all of our time on anything else other than love, we're doing a disservice to ourselves and to each other, because we're not in that vibration that's going to bring us closer. It's going to help us to see each other as the light that we're here to be. So yes, there is always time for love. If you're finding yourself out of that vibration, breathe in. Just take a breath in and come right back to it. Just like this morning, all of a sudden we were dead in the water. There was nothing happening with the show. And then here we are. We're back. I just took a breath. I'm like, okay. All right, that was a false start. Anybody know what a false start is? If you live in Florida, you probably do. So I learned this from one of my friends that works with the turtles in Florida. The big sea turtles come into the coast. They drag themselves up onto the beach, and it is not easy for something that big to come out of the water. If you've ever come out of water where you're totally immersed and you come up out of it to come either onto the beach or come out of a pool or whatever, you know how that heaviness is that's trying to drag you back down into the water, and you have to really work to come up out of it. These sea turtles are huge. Some of them weigh I think thousands of pounds because they're that big. They drag themselves out of the ocean up onto the sand, which then shifts. So they're really having to dig in and get up on the sand. And the reason they do that is to lay eggs so that they can keep their population going. They lay their eggs in the sand. After they dig a big hole, they lay the eggs, and then they cover that back up so that the sun can keep it warm, and those eggs can be incubated and hopefully come to a point where there's a new life coming out of those eggs. Well, sometimes when that turtle comes up onto the shore and they go up to a place where they're going to dig a hole, they're not ready yet to lay their eggs, or it's not the right spot, and they intuitively know that. And they call that a false start. So the turtle has to then either retreat back into the water or move along the beach until they find the right spot that they know is going to be protected. They know that it's going to be a safe place for them to lay their eggs. And I am so grateful for the people that work to take care of those nests. In Florida, if you're walking along the beach and you see it's like a red tape that's totally enclosing an area on the beach, that's a turtle nest. And there are eggs, precious eggs under there that are going to hatch and go into the ocean. And the majority of them don't make it. They go into the ocean, and sometimes there's predators. Sometimes they just get disoriented and they don't make it into the water. They go along the beach or toward the roadway, and they just don't make it. They don't survive. So it's really amazing that we have these beautiful creatures in the water, because just look at what I just described, how hard it is to make that happen, for them to keep going, to keep populating their species. And it's amazing. I have never seen one of them on the shore with my own eyes. It's always been one of my dreams and still is. And I know I will. Eventually, I will see them. I have seen them out in the water when I was in a boat. And that's the other thing. They sometimes get hit by the propellers of the boats that are out there. There's a lot of things that can happen to destroy that population of sea turtles, and we need them. They are just so beautiful, and they are important to our environment, to our ecosystem. Okay, so let me go back and see what we got going on with the comments after all of that. I don't know why, but that just felt like it needed to come forth this morning. Thank you, angels. Christina, good morning. Suzanne, I needed that reminder. I worry too much about the future. Oh, Suzanne, thank you for being here. We can do nothing about the future. We don't know if there's going to be a future. If we go into what if, then we're just getting out of our present moment. And there's nothing that's any guarantee that something is going to turn out one way or another. We don't know that. And if all we're doing is worrying about how it's going to turn out, then we're probably going into a low vibration that's bringing something of low vibration to us. So stay in that high vibration. Luz, good morning. Oh, thank you, Christina. Sending love and peace right back to you. Kathy, it is my intention to attend a virtual Parents of Addiction support group on Tuesday. It's called Save Our Children, and I'm thinking I might volunteer with the woman who formed this group and has helped me find the right recovery center for Colin and continues to support. Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that, Kathy. Rosalind, good morning. Yes, we're so happy you're here with us too. Isabel, my intention is to stay in my higher self vibration and finish my vision board. Stay in the present moment. Yes, yes. Becky, good morning. Oh, you're going into work. Have a blessed day, honey. We love you. Joanne says, Teri, I so agree with what you're saying. But when something deeply hurts you out of the blue, how to navigate? Awesome question, Joanne, because yes, we're living in this world. We are humans, and we're having all of these experiences. And I can fully relate to what you're asking. I have been there so many times, my darling friend. I have been there where I've gotten knocked down. I don't know if you all know the song, I Get Knocked Down, but I Get Up Again. That was my song for years and years and years of my life. I've been blindsided. I have had those moments where I didn't see something coming, and all of a sudden I got sucker punched and I was down on the floor. So yes, that happens in this human experience. We have no control over what other people do. None, zero. So there's people that are going to harm us either intentionally or unintentionally. Yes, it happens. You know, we can't sugarcoat that. It does happen. And we have no control over anything other than how am I going to respond? How am I going to react? And when we have the tools and we know how to take care of ourselves, how to mind our own vibration, how to get back up off that floor, because many times when we get knocked down, it's because we didn't see something. Our eyes weren't open enough to see intuitively what's going on around us. And then we can examine after that happens, okay, what do I do with this now? Do not go into the why. I encourage you, don't go into a why is this happening? Why did this happen to me? That's a victimhood mentality. And we are not victims. Yes, we get blindsided. Yes, we get knocked down, but we are not victims. We are powerful. And when we feel into our power and we know I can handle anything that comes my way, I can do this. I am stronger than my environment. I am stronger than what's happening around me. And it can be something devastating, a real heart hurt. And it might shake us for a moment. You can be shaken, but don't be broken. If you allow it, you will be broken. If you allow yourself to go into that mentality of, this is happening to me. Somebody did this to me, and maybe they did. Maybe they were being really, really mean. And, you know, that happens. There are people who are just so miserable that they want you to be miserable too. Don't be miserable. Stay in your vibration. Use your tools that you know that you can pull on, whatever that is. If it's meditation, if it's prayer, if it's reaching out for support to somebody, if it's going into a place where you can use tools like tapping or breath work, do your breath work. Connect back in with you. Pull on that inner strength that you have and pull yourself back up. We can't wait around for a superhero. There are no superheroes other than ourselves. We are the ones that are going to rescue ourselves. We can have the support. We can hear other people tell us how beautiful we are, how amazing, how powerful. But when we go inside, that's where we hear it. That's where we really figure it out that yes, I am. And that's why I encourage all of you every day to say, yes, I am. And yes, I can. When you're saying your yes, that's a high vibration. That's bringing in an energy of power to yourself. When you are saying no in a way that is not empowering, yes, you say no if you mean no when you're choosing something. But if you stay in the vibration of yes, yes, I can handle this. Yes, I can overcome. Yes, I can stay present so that I'm not projecting into the future. That's how you overcome. That's how you handle and navigate whatever comes your way. So it's not discounting that there are bad things happening. It's how do we handle it? What do we do with it? And stay away from the why. Stay away from trying to figure out anybody else. Because trust me, that's a road that just takes you down a rabbit hole. We can never figure people out. We can never get that answer of why somebody does something that might hurt us, whether it hurt us physically, mentally, physically, or spiritually. So stay away from the whys. Ask the question instead, how can I handle this? What am I supposed to do with this? And I hope that helps. I hope that helps answer your questions and anybody else that is going through something in your life. That's the way I have come to a place of handling things. because my life is not perfect. I do have things I have to navigate through, but I choose to stay in my vibration. I choose to look at it as something that I came here to experience. And now, how am I experiencing it? Am I letting it really knock me down? No, I'm not. I choose not to do that anymore. I have done that, and it's no fun. I don't like being down on the floor, flat on my back. That is no fun. But staying in the high vibration, being here with all of you, yeah, that's fun. I choose that. Good morning, Blue Jean. Oh my gosh. Missed you yesterday, darling, and we want an update. How's our Dave? How are the babies doing? Pocky and Gruff and all the sweet kitties. Auntie Jean says, that is what the fifth dimension is. Living in your higher self, living in love and peace and joy. And as Kathy said, heaven on earth. Yes, yes, yes. Our beautiful Hope is here and says, wonderful news, beautiful family. You have all been behind Zena from the start of his Brit school journey. You all put your loving energies into his production of his 3 videos. Well, they saw his light, and he has now been invited to an in-person interview on the 2nd of March. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you, peas. So grateful to all of you. Thank you for sharing that and uplifting us this morning, Hope. And Zena, I am so proud of you. Oh my gosh, I couldn't be more proud. You made me smile this morning. So Zena, you just keep on keeping on. Stay in that high vibration. Envision that for yourself. Envision success and then do it. Just keep going forward. Kathleen says, my intention is to stay focused on what I must complete this week. I have been easily distracted. Yeah. Christina, yes, that is who I aspire to be, that person that isn't afraid of jumping in to help. Your story is turtles, but so many needing help could be inserted in place of turtles. Gratitude and service. You're so right, Christina. Everything that we see can be a metaphor for things that happen in the world with all of us humans. And the turtle struggle, yeah, that's our struggle, isn't it? Pat Moss, my intention is to follow the magic book. Today is desires which I am finding. It is hard to believe. Beautiful. Okay, Luz, I always tell people never to ask why, and most of the time I can have start over with what's going on without the why. Absolutely. Kathy, I so understand this. When Colin was at his worst, he did his best to drag us down with him. I'm stronger and more hopeful than his addiction. Yes, I can stay present and focused. Blue says, Dancy Pants, sit with H's waggle butts of happiness. All is good, and Hope's news is now making them bark. All right. Oh, I love you too, Joanne. You are so in my heart, darling. And Lou says, Teri, I'd like to know that on this chat where everyone is sending messages, did you put a picture of a woman as a screensaver? Because I see a woman on my screen while people write. No, I have no pictures up, honey. My screensaver is my name and my background that I use when I do the videos for the blogs. Leo, I know what you mean, Teri, but I gotta say, sometimes laying on your back on the floor can be healing. Yeah. I like to meditate laying down on the floor. I feel like gravity pulls out the stagnant energy from my chakra system. Also, if you put your legs up on the wall or on a chair, it increases blood flow to the heart and brain. It feels awesome afterwards. What a great, great thing to do. And yes, if you get knocked down, put your legs up. Thank you, Leo. I'm going to read Kuan Yin. I just looked at the time. Oh my goodness. This is crazy this morning, how the time flew. And thank you all for being here. Blue or Jean, I resonate with the turtles. I'm not so fast anymore, but I am determined. That's the thing. You don't have to be so fast. The turtles aren't fast, but they are determined. And so am I. And I choose to keep on keeping on. All right. Good morning, Lilianne. Thank you for being here. We have Kuan Yin, the Sisters of the Star Blossoms. While we each take our own journey to divine bliss and truth, we have soul friends that love us unconditionally and wish to help us find our way home with the least suffering and greatest joy. When we allow ourselves to be helped, we help others. It is a spiral of support and love that wishes to connect more with you now. I love that. And that goes right along with what we're saying. Helping each other. We help each other. And that's what you all do every morning. Thank you. Thank you for being here to show support and encouragement to each other. Okay, well, it's time to go into our hearts with our prayers. If there's anybody that has something that you need us to lift you up for, whether it's yourself or a loved one, just place it in there in the comments. And if it's something I need to add to the list, I will definitely do that. The angels have me just sharing that list every so often, not every day now, and spending more time with each other in whatever comes out, because this is totally angel guided. And this morning they wanted us to just share with each other some beautiful energy of love. Luz, that's a snapshot to your messenger. Okay, I will look at that. Deirdre, prayers for all people, for Gaia, and for world peace. Yes, yes, thank you. Isn't that a beautiful card? Yeah, I love this message. I love Kuan Yin, that she's here with us every day. She kind of runs the show here, doesn't she? When she comes into our hearts, we all get into one accord, and that one accord is love, because that's what she brings forward. And she tells us, love is the energy that heals. Let's lift up your grandbaby, baby Eris. Let's just see that little one in his perfection. And let's see that whole situation with your family just being lifted up for spirit to take over. And whatever is the perfection of that will come forth. Lilianne, please lift me up and my daughter that's got COVID. Yes, yes. Yes, Leo, you are so right. Lifting the legs is so important. Just get that gravity flow in there. Luz, I need prayer for me. I have a course that I have 4 more months, and I have like 4 more books to read before my finals, and I can't get into the reading. Oh, Luz, let's lift you up for that and pray for you. And Lilianne, prayers for her beautiful horse, Harry, that hurt himself on the ice. We sure will. We have another horse we're praying for, Dolly the horse, and lifting her up every day. Let's take a moment to go into our hearts. We know that we have this immense responsibility that's been handed to us. We are of service. That's what we do. That's what this is. This is a service that we provide, a safe place for people to come and bring your prayers, bring your hurts, bring whatever is going on in your life. And it's our responsibility to respond to that. So that's what we do every day. We hold each person that's on our prayer list in our hearts, in our minds, and see them in their perfection. And so let's do that now. Let's go into our hearts, raise our vibration, and see with your breath, see it lifting you upward. Not just the breath, lifting your energy, lifting your mind, lifting your spirit. And as it lifts upward, see yourself rising up, up, up to a higher plane, up to a higher dimension of energy. And we're rising all together. Just see us all in a big hot air balloon. And we're all rising upward. Feel the sun on your face. Feel a soft breeze on your skin. Taking another breath. Look in awe and wonder at what's around you. Listen to the stillness, the silence. Let it speak to you. And as you continue to rise higher and higher, you start to see a glimmer, you start to see a sparkle, and it grows brighter and brighter. This is the light coming to you from Source, our Creator. See it as it opens up from the great central sun. Let it come directly into your heart. Let the light warm your skin. Bask in that. Be just in the present moment with the Creator. Bring any burdens that you're carrying and just ask for them to be taken. You don't need to carry those. Just hand them over. Whatever your prayer is, whatever your concern is, just give it over right now. As we give all of these that are on our prayer list, we're all taking them together with outstretched hands. We just release them. And now let's release our attachment to the outcome of those prayers. Take a big breath and give those prayers over. They're no longer ours. It was a burden for us to bring forth, to ask for a resolution. But we don't know the bigger picture. We don't know what is the best outcome. Sometimes we think we know what it should be, but there's a purpose for everything. There's a purpose for every experience we have. And when we can flow into that with ease and grace and know without a doubt that everything is working as it's supposed to be working. There's no accidents or coincidences. If there's something we're going through, there's a reason for that. We're not to ask the why, but ask, what do we do with this? How do we respond to this? How do we learn the very best lesson we can learn from it? How do we get back to us again after we've been shaken, after there's something just so magnificent in our lives that it shakes us. Think of it as magnificent. Breathe in again. Feel that silence again. In the silence, we hear answers. When we stop talking and we stop trying to figure things out, the answers come. So let's just take that silence one more time. Just allow yourself to just be, to just hear, feel the warmth of that light covering you, and listen in silence to what the message is. How beautiful. How beautiful you all are. Now see that hot air balloon coming back down, back to where you are. The gentle landing. See everyone that you're gathered together with. Let's hug each other. Let's hold each other. Grab onto somebody and give them a big hug. And we'll say the words that we say every day. Every day on here, we do a heart telephone. After we've filled our hearts full of love, full of joy, full of peace, let's give everybody that's gathered here together a big hug. And all together, as we're huddled in that circle, let's all send that love down into Gaia. Let's ask for a heart healing now that we've gathered energy from the Creator and we brought it back down to Mama Gaia on Earth. Let's send it down into Earth and say thank you. Thank you to our Mama. Thank you for taking care of us. Such love. Thank you for holding love in your heart. Thank you for wanting the very best for each person and for all the prayers that are lifted up for wanting the best outcome. Now let's say it to each other. At the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so very much. Thank you for being here on this beautiful Sunday, the beginning of a blessed week. Let's go forward in that week with love and joy in our hearts and a song on our lips sung by our beautiful Gypsy Leo. Thank you. I love you.
Morning, Earthlings! It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on! Come on, let's play, it's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead, wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the B's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the B's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of
And coffee right through. I love you so much, all of you. I'm looking at your beautiful words.
Cuppa Fulla Joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Days I get baby, all part of this game, let's play to win. Love always is the winning team, and you can slide the dust, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day to start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy.
Yes,
Cuppa full of joy.
Kathy, I like that idea. Woo is right. Thank you, Leo, for that wonderful song. How's everybody doing after that meditation? After lifting you up in the hot air balloon? I hope you're doing good. I hope your vibration has been raised by what you've experienced here today. That is my desire for all of you, to be lifted up and stay in that high vibration. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. I love you all so much. Namaste, y'all. Hi, everybody. Oh, thank you, Luz. I'm so glad. I want that for everybody. I want all of us to be lifted up, to feel wonderful. I'm losing my voice. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Happiness, wonderful. That's what I like to hear. That when you come in here, you leave here in a better place than when you came. Let's do that every day. Every day, let's lift each other up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm getting out of here. I'll be back for the silent meditation at 11 o'clock Eastern. Uh-oh, the Fae are up to something. I love that. Thank you, Blue, for helping to raise our vibration. Kathy, you always do. Yes, it's a shift that happens every day. So keep on keeping on. I'll see you all later. Bye, everybody.